what he's doing, because he has just been a disaster for our country.
You look at what's happened with Mr. Trump when he's made some of the remarks that, for example, challenged the heroism of Mr. McCain. The Republican Party is shocked, and yet that arises out of a culture where those kinds of outrageous attacks have become far too commonplace. The point is, we're creating a culture that is not conducive to good policy or good politics. The American people deserve better. Certainly presidential debates deserve better.
One positive thing about President Obama.
It's very hard. That's the only really tough question you've asked me this morning. That's a very hard thing to say. I'll tell you what I thought, and I really felt strongly about this. When he won the election, which, was very hard, in all fairness, for John McCain to win because Karl Rove did such a rotten job with Bush. So it was a very hard thing for anybody to win that election. So when he won, I said, at a minimum, he's going to be a great cheerleader for this country. And he's turned out to be a negative force. He's creating class warfare. He's creating all sorts of things, including the so-called Occupy movement. But when he won, I really thought, at a minimum, that he was going to be a great cheerleader for the country. And he's not even a good cheerleader.
There's a vicious rumor floating around that I think could really hurt Mitt Romney. I heard he passed universal health care when he was governor of Massachusetts. Someone should get to the bottom of that. And I know just the guy to do it. Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac? All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience.
He didn't kill bin Laden. He gets so much credit for that. Okay, excuse me.
He authorized it.
Excuse me.
He had the guts to make that decision.
And the genius, excuse me, guts. You're sitting in the White House. They come to you, and here's the question. We can take him out. We have him. You're the president. We can take him out with a missile, and we can go get him. Now, the third thing is leave him alone. And nobody, only a very stupid person would say that. So we can take him out with a missile. We can do either way. Either way, it's okay. All right? Either way, it's okay. So he said, all right, let's go get him. Why does he get so much credit? They give him credit for that. He shouldn't get so much credit. He happened to be sitting in that...
It wasn't a slam dunk.
Excuse me.
You remember Jimmy Carter and
Jimmy
the
Carter
hostage rescue?
Jimmy Carter was incompetent. Look, very nicely. We can take him out with a missile, or we can pick him up. He's sitting in the White House. These military guys who were there long before he was there, they found him. Now, the bad news is Pakistan should have told us this years before, because they knew exactly where he was. He's sitting right next to one of their major military bases. So, I mean, for them not to have told us is very insulting. But I don't know why Obama gets credit for the whole bin Laden thing. He's sitting there. He's got three choices. Leave him alone, which nobody would do. Take him out with a missile, or take him out with the military. So he said, take him out with the military. Okay. Congratulations.
If it would have failed, it would have been a disaster.
The ones who should get no, it would have been a disaster. It could have failed, but he didn't. He's not the one that made it
successful. Some of those Navy
successful.
SEALs would have been killed.
They were great. They were great.
But they're great guys. It was a dangerous mission.
They're great guys. But anybody in that position, sitting, happened to be president, if you walk in and say, we have bin Laden, we can either get him this way or that way, honestly, either solution's okay. I almost think the other would have been better, except this way there's a little more proof. And a lot of people disagree with what happened after the fact and the way he was treated so solemnly. I mean, they treated him so solemnly after the fact. Cleanse the body, wash the body. I mean, give me a break. But anybody sitting in that office, Wolf, would have done. So I keep hearing about, oh, bin Laden. The military did an incredible job. And they called him and they said, we have him. And he said, go get him. What's he going to say? Don't get him? And he gets all this credit? It's a lot of credit.
What's this thing with Trump and you? It's like me and Letterman. What has he got against you here? I don't get it.
You know, this all dates back to when we were growing up together in Kenya.
Yeah.
And,
I gotta give you that one.
we had, you know, constant run-ins on the soccer field. And, you know, he wasn't very good and resented it.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you?
When we finally moved to America, I thought it'd be over.
Yeah.
But,
No. Have you met him? I know you're been in the same room. I saw you at the correspondent. Have you met him?
I haven't actually.
You haven't actually met him?
No, I have not.
Okay.
No.